Yeah, hello again, Larry Elford, your investment bodyguard. Here's an interesting story about how investors get ripped off by billions of dollars by the system. Starts out saying, don't be an abusive jerk. Goes up the scale to saying, even if you're subject to financial rules, you're still subject to being a decent human being. And here's the neat thing that most self regulated industries they can take the high moral ground and take away the principles of human decency. So, this young lady writes for Investment News, the insider blog, and she writes pretty insightfully. They love the discussion of fiduciary versus non fiduciary, and that'll make everybody's eyes glaze over. But the fiduciary has an undivided loyalty to you, the customer. The non fiduciary is the guy who's saying, trust me, I'm your advisor. He spells it with an O because he hasn't got an advisor license with an E. And he doesn't have to put your interests first. He only has to sell you something that is suitable. And that's like going to a restaurant and asking if they would please feed you something that is edible. It's vague, subjective, and it allows investment people to sell intangible investments that steal billions from clients. So, Darla Mercado writes, you're still subject to principles of human decency. Talks about a complaint against a couple of MetLife securities guys who talked 45 people at State University of New York, employees, talked them into swapping out their existing MetLife investments and switch them into other MetLife investments outside of their retirement plan. The bad news was these guys placed their own interests first because they were advisors with an O instead of advisors with that fiduciary duty spelled with an E. So they had to sell something that was suitable, and they did. And they cranked a 7.15% commission out of it when they could have sold uh, the more suitable investment, which would have only charged 2%. That's the neat thing with the suitability standard as well. I can sell you the least suitable investment in the world, and I still meet my suitability requirements. There's the catch. 22 of them also lost their death benefits. They got 7% commission on $21 million, and nobody wins in this case, and her conclusion is don't be an abusive jerk. I have to agree with that. Sadly, this is standard industry practice in the investment game that I'm aware of, and 1 in a million of those get caught. Join me on Twitter, and we'll see if we can't change the world for a little better. And follow Darla's on Twitter as well. Darla's writing, she's pretty darn good.